we're bringing you guys some live action racing for the Hennessy Performance NASCAR Heat Series. And in the booth tonight, it is Dirty Nerdy, is what I should say, and alongside my partner tonight, Fluffy Sacks. How's it going, bud?
Pretty good, Dirty Nerdy. How you doing, bud?
Man, doing good. Drinking my Mountain Dew like always, especially on a beautiful Monday night. We have some great playoff racing for you guys tonight. We have a race tonight, I believe, from Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so yet Phoenix, after we saw last Thursday, we was at Pocono. We seen dominant action from the two Hendrick drivers and UBI Bufshanka and in the 88 of Always Joker. Always Joker won that race alongside, and P3 was the 42 of B Brody. And yet we had some great battles, but yet I believe tonight we will see in our the next round of the playoffs we have Always Joker, UBI Bubshanka, B Brody, and let me get to there, B Brody, and see if I can get here. I believe the A
It's
Shroud does
Trout.
A Shroud and the 21 of Overbeat, correct?
Yes, and we've also got Devin Baseball. He's in there in the 12. He's sitting in the fifth position right there at the cutoff line.
Yeah, right now it is 8 points between A Trout and Devin Baseball. Well, good to the cutoff line, with Overbeek being 9 points underneath Devon Baseball in the cutoff line. So yet right now we got a lot of excitement, a lot of anxiety for the drivers tonight because one win could get you up into the final four, or maybe more so than ever right now. Honestly, I believe we do have the potential to see some great green flag action, but you never know when it comes to a track like Phoenix. I mean, take it to my partner here. He raced earlier, and what can you tell us about Phoenix? What is so different compared to the other
Well,
tracks?
well, it does seem to be a track that you do get a lot of green flag runs on. If you do have problems, it seems to be a single car problem that does spin out. It's a high tire wear track. You have to worry more about your tire wear than you do about fuel. So we're going to have to see some strategies playing here, so you can actually hang on to the car the best with that high tire wear. Low grip, flat turns. It's a real driver's track. And this is going to be a real interesting one tonight. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a close race. I think we're going to see the usual people up front, but if we could get anybody from the back like Devin Baseball or Overbeek to come through with a win, poof, that'd really stir things up.
Yeah, you definitely be stirring up a lot of things up right now in this race. But yet, overall, I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, we've seen dominance between the two Hendrick drivers. But yet, the question is, can they dominate tonight here at Phoenix? And I believe so. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've seen DBI Bufshanka, and he's been doing excellent runs throughout the whole race, and I believe he has some potential. But yet, don't deny how good. Always Joker is what I should say. Sorry, folks. It should be very, very great racing. Should be very, very helpful, and can't wait to see how it goes. I know we've seen crazy action last week, but I believe with the way the three starts are, with how much these drivers want, they're gonna do whatever it takes to see if they can work their way up to the front.
Yep, I believe you're right there. I mean, especially, Ubi, I think, is going to be pushing it a bit. He's going to be really battling it out up there with Joker. It's going to be a really, really battle up there. Brody's probably one of the better racers at saving a bit, so it'd be interesting to see what he can do to get up there and really push the pace and see if he can't get someone to overuse their tires or something.
Alright, and looks like we do have our comment from Wake TV Jojo. He says, Wake TV Dojo would have been in the playoffs if he didn't lag out in the last race. Yeah, I still hate that for you, Wake TV Jojo. You've been doing good throughout the whole playoffs, and I really hate that for you, bud. But yet, I know you'll end up running really, really good next time by. Shout out to all of our Cup drivers, all of our Xfinity, and all of our truck drivers here in the Hennessy Performance Race Series. It's been a very, very great playoffs to say the least, and I'm very, very proud of every single driver who's been done very, very good, especially my partner in the booth. You know, we've
Thank
all
you.
we've all seen some amazing action. We've all seen some great battles. So yet, regardless of what position you finish at, don't beat yourself up. You got a chance to run some great racing, and very, very glad to have you in the league right now. If I can speak for everyone in the league.
Well, I very, very much appreciate it, and it is a very fun league, and can't wait for tonight. This is going to be super exciting on we're actually going to be able to hear and see what's going on in this race, and and I can't wait for it to get started here. I'm
Oh
actually.
no, I know right now they're currently qualifying right now, and then here
Yep.
eventually we will give you guys the green flag action from the racetrack itself. But right now we're going to be talking about points. We're going to be talking about the playoffs. So yet the question is who do you have in your mind to be able to? Who do you think will come out on top tonight?
You know, I'm gonna have to go with Brody tonight. He just seems to be the guy that can save the best. Now, Joker and Ubi, I think it's gonna be the usual three that are gonna be up there, but I think Brody just has a slight edge on saving. Now, that's mostly fuel. We'll have to see how he does with tires. He's been known to save fuel really well, and this is gonna be kind of a different monster in itself with saving tires. So it'd be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't give it past Devin Baseball or Overbeek to pull something off and get up to the front, especially if we have the long green flag runs that we saw in both the Truck and Xfinity series at this track.
I agree. I agree. Me, from my prediction, I've talked about Buff Shanka a lot since I joined the league, and the reason why is because I've seen him run so consistent, been running very, very good, and I'm not gonna say that we're not gonna expect anything out of it, but I believe we do. But tonight is gonna be it's a different night, and I believe always Joker does have the chance to get himself a win tonight and move on to the next round. I believe he has that shot.
I do too. I believe you're really correct on that. Ubi's probably
Because
going to be running the top three all night, if not win this.
because I said this at the start of the broadcast. I said this at Phoenix. The one thing we've seen out of Buff Shanka and Always Joker is one word and one word only: dominant. And that's what they've been doing these last couple of races. They have a chance to do some more dominant racing again. But I believe somebody might pull wool over our eyes. I believe the 21 might have a shot, and I believe the 18 might do some good as well. I mean, they have some positions that they might need, and I believe that we could expect a lot from the 18 and the 21.
I believe you're right on there. And I just kind of wanted to sound soft on Ubi and Joker because Ubi happens to be my team boss and leader. And so, can't ride the boss too hard, but I definitely think the boss is going to take this one home and bring it to the bag. Just that way, you can just kind of take next race off at Las Vegas, relax, get ready for Chicagoland, not even worry about what Vegas has to do, and it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to see who can punch their ticket to get through. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if one of the guys from that are just outside of the back could get in.
I believe so. I believe so. And once again, you mentioned Las Vegas. That'll be our next race after the night. It'll be coming to you live from Las Vegas. I don't know if I'll get a chance to be able to broadcast it. Could be due to work, but I most certainly hopefully I'll get a chance to broadcast the race. But if not, I'll get a chance to come back next week. But right now, it's not about Thursday. It's about tonight. Get a chance to broadcast it with my partner and get a chance to have some fun with you guys. So yeah, we're gonna get a chance to see some awesome racing. Get a chance to see some exciting action here shortly.
Yep, can't wait for this one to get started. Looks like
Yeah,
they're just getting a few little things straightened out as far as who's joining what. We got a couple of free agents that are racing in this race
I
tonight, so
bel
there's little new things going on that they're getting
I
straightened out.
and I believe one of them is our free agents. Definitely someone definitely must be talked about is the Heredia God.
Ooh,
I've known him.
man,
I've known him from a different league. He's a very clean driver, very very fast driver. And one
super fast.
and another
Ooh.
thing, and a little fun fact about him, he sure does love his honey buns. So yet, if you see him, he sure does love his honey buns. So yet, shout out to the Heredia God. See if he can be able to win the race and get some more honey buns for himself there, bud.
He is fast. I had a chance to race with him in a previous race earlier this week, and man, I finished second, but he finished at least 6 seconds in front of me.
I correct me if I'm wrong. We do see some more free agents as I'm looking at right now. I'm Cap Jack 4 and Freedom Flyer 863. So yeah,
Ooh.
shout out to those guys for getting themselves a cup ride in the playoff race tonight. So yet,
It looks like Freedom Flyer actually won that ride. By winning the race just before this one, the Xfinity race. So Freedom Flyer almost winning the heat race and getting to come into the big qualifier show now.
yeah,
Let's go,
definitely.
Freedom Flyer.
There we go. Representing the Xfinity series, definitely.
I was watching him in the race, and he was wearing his tires a lot more than people, but he was running this high line, and he was running at least a half second faster than everybody on the track. And him and Skeptic, who finished second, who I was sadly trying to coach up. He's a good racer there, but he finished about 2 seconds behind him. But they both finished about 13 seconds in front of third place there. They were
Good
just
grief.
killing the field. So it'll be interesting to see what Freedom Flyer can do in there.
So in other words, is you expect Freedom Flyer to be able to run up to the high side compared to what the other drivers might be doing is running the low side, correct?
Exactly, especially in 1 and 2. He runs this really high line, drives it in deep, kind of comes off and gets this really nice drive off and just kills him down the back stretch there and just takes him through the dog leg, just
Yeah.
really kills him on the speed. Gets him
Well,
and beats him down to 3 and 4.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to seeing Captain Jack and Freedom Flyer. Definitely excited to get a chance to see Heredity of God. You know, our free agents. You know, I'm one of them myself, and we do a lot to get a chance to get recognized for both or all three in the Xfinity, Trucks, or Cup Series, and yet to see them represent the free agency is very awesome. So congratulations to those guys working their way up into tonight's race. Get a chance to join the playoff guys making this race, and yet we're being told now that we do get a chance to join. So yet let's go ahead and get ready to join to you guys live from the racetrack.
All right.
Alrighty, here we go. And I believe they did complete a lap. So yeah, we might be a lap behind, but either way, let's get racing, guys. We're coming to you go live. Yeah, coming to you guys live from Phoenix, and we'll see what we can do. Partner, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm actually trying to look up some information on you, on your free agency here. I actually don't have anything on you here, so we're good to
I'll say there ain't much on me.
go.
There ain't much on me. I've only been
I
like
do
what?
have stuff on the Heredia God. Yeah, he's looking at he's
All
looking
right.
at maybe even
Ooh,
getting the.
here we go. And it, just as I predicted it, sorry to interrupt you, partner. We see the 88 of Always Joker ahead in front of the 48 of UBI Bachanka. And I believe we see, is that the 96? Yeah, that's the 95 of the Ready God. He is right there with him. I'm telling you, he is very fast. He's very good. And for him to get a chance to get the spotlight that he deserves, he's definitely working his way up there. I see B. Brody falling right behind him, trying to be able to make a run onto the inside line. All right. No surprise there, as I mentioned before, dominant. We're going to see some dominant racing between the 88 and the 48, as the 48 is trying to look on the inside of the 88. The
Looks
90,
like we're calling a manual caution here.
Manuel caution.
Yep, manual caution here. There was a wreck in between the 2 and the 21.
All right, so yet you hear this first. Yet manual caution for a wreck. So yet, do you think they'll end up pitting early on with this early in the race, or do you think they'll just stay out?
You know, with the tire wear, I would. Especially if you're anywhere from about fifth on back, I would go ahead and pit. Track position is something to think about at this track, but we're early enough in where you go ahead and, I think we'll see people from about fifth on back.
And all of that, but you also got to think about the drivers that got involved into our very first caution of the day to see if they'd be able to get a chance to repair their damage. So you definitely want to be able to keep an eye on that. Um, and
Looks like the pits are open this
pits
time.
are open. Looks like our leader and the leaders are going to follow right behind him. Always Joker, a 48, 95, 42. I believe that is the 38. Jason Cole following down with them. It looks like
Which
everybody's.
Jason Cole, someone that we should also mention, he got knocked out in the last round. It looks like everybody's pitting here.
Yeah.
That's a good call there. Joker, if he came in, I think everybody else would. But 38, Jason Cole is a fast driver. I think he had a little bit of bad luck where he got shuffled back in the last two races and didn't make the cut. But
Man,
I
that
think he's
last.
someone that
Go ahead.
I think he's someone that if he was still in the chase, he'd be someone that could do something at definitely Las Vegas. That's one of his better tracks.
I agree and all of that, but you also got to mention last week, he was in a battle with the 21 of Overbeek. I mean, me and so we try to catch on to that battle, but yet it was so intense, and you hate it for Jason Cole, but yet regardless of him being a playoff driver or not, he's still going to be in here. He's still going to try to make a statement, just like all the other drivers are here tonight. And definitely want to send a shout out to Jason Cole. One hell of a run throughout the playoffs, and we just hate that for the dude. All right.
Yeah, that was a very great one. It looks like about everybody's saying they're in their same
Looks,
position.
looks like we see the 80 of Always Joker. I believe you see the 48 of UBI Shanka, the 95 of the Heredia God, and I believe you see B Brody right behind him alongside Jason Cole. I believe that is the 41, I believe, of Mayhem Tomorrow, running that old school scheme from DLC. I believe that you see the 12, the 18 of H Route, and I believe in our free agent drivers, I believe I see one running the 43 of, yep, I'm Captain Jack.
Yep. I
We're
think
not,
Freedom Flyer's back there in the 32.
wait, correct me if I'm wrong, Captain Jack is a free agent, correct?
He is. Captain
Okay,
Jack is a free agent.
alright.
And from what I've been told, is he's been competing for a Cup spot. He's looking to come in straight into the Cup
Oh man,
Series.
it's looking like they're getting lined up, and looks like we get ready to go for a restart here at Phoenix. They're still in stage one, so yet this is early stage racing right now, folks, as they get ready to come up to the green flag here soon. And we are underway. Green flag from Phoenix. Here we
Ooh,
go. They just passed the
good
first.
jump for Joker and
Good,
Heredia.
good jump for the 95 of the Heredia God, trying to make a surprise for a free agent like the Heredia God. And look at there, look at who's up in P3. You see the 12 of Devin Baseball. He's trying to prove something. What a good restart for that 12-4 machine.
That was a great restart. It looked like the bottom lane got a little bit shelved up, and it gave Devin a shot just to get up there in the third spot and come down.
And also, not only that, but you also see the 43 of Captain Jack, and yet you see the 48 losing spots. He's going up right behind, I believe that might be Mayhem Tomorrow. Yeah, he's falling right behind him along that beat Brody, and you see alongside with him and Surfside Sack. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back up to our leaders right now. It is between Always Joker and the Heredia God in the 95 right now.
Looks like that restart there caught up Jason Cole as well as he falls to the back of the pack. But
Yeah,
we'll
I
see if he
believe
can't find his way back up through there.
this restart actually surprised me because I figured the 48 and the 42 would stay in their spots, but yet it's looking like they're trailing behind the leaders right now.
It looks like they got a little bit of problem getting going. Maybe they just can't quite get the line they want to run, getting pinched down a little bit on the exits.
This is one of those tracks where it's kind of difficult to race through the turns, and yet you see people trying to. You don't see people running up there with the turns. You see them just cutting it down.
Yeah, it's one of those you really want to lead the turn away from the wall as best as you can, especially out of turn two. You really want to exit as close as you can to that pit road wall. Now, the closer you get from clipping that line to actually get sucked into pit road. So it's really hard to do with someone on your outside.
And a really good fact about the Ready God, y'all thought that he might be 20. This kid is 15 years old and he races like a pro. So yet, well, I mean, I'm not trying to be a favorite to the Ready God. I mean, he's my friend, and yet he's doing very, very good up there, running up with our leaders up in the top three. So yet, very well deserved for the Ready God. But yet, right now, the 12 is right behind the 95, trying to be able to pass him for P2, just to give him some extra points that he does need right now.
It does. And it looks like the Freddy God's a little bit faster through 3 and 4, but Joker seems to be running that high line that I was talking about with Freedom Flyer through 1 and 2, and is really pulling some power down that backstretch.
Yeah,
It seems to get about, 1 or 2 car links on him.
Yeah, you mentioned it for sure, but right now our leaders are trying to pull away, but yet, speaking of the 48s, here he is trying to pass the 12, going into turn 1, and yet going up to the front stretch, I believe now.
See, and that just shows some experience from the 48, just being patient, knowing that, you had a bad restart, but just gather yourself up. It's a long race, and he's going to work himself right back up to the front.
You're definitely right there. Definitely worked his way up there, took some patience, didn't want to do things stupid after the restart. But yeah, looking at him now, trying to run up top 3, and yet David Baseball lost the spot, and yet he's now in P4, and I believe we might see in P5 Mayhem Tomorrow's up there in P5, correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, he is in P5, it is Mayhem Tomorrow following that, and you're going to see some more racing right now, but yeah, the leader's trying to catch away. The running guys trying not to give him any more room as it is. Trying to say, hey, I'm right behind you, and yet he's trying to run up there, trying to be able to make a pass to our leader right now. But it seems like Joker, he's got himself a good line. He's feeling very, very comfortable right now in his car.
I want to say that almost Joker and Heredia look like they've been maintaining their distance because Hoobie's running them down hard. He's getting at least 2 links on them each lap. So I want to. I'm guessing that Joker and Heredia are saving some stuff right now, especially with their tires. And it'd be interesting to see now that Hoobie's at the back of Heredia if he lets him go or if he actually starts battling him here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You can wear your tires out pretty easily here, can't you?
Oh yeah, your tires definitely run out before you run out of gas.
Yeah.
Especially if you overwork them, it's worth trying to save your tires on this track.
And looks like they're approaching to lap traffic this early on in the race, and that is Wake TV Dojo in the 10 machine, and he's going to set par for our leaders right now. Man, tough call there for the 10 machine, but yet he's letting the leaders go by.
Yeah, he must just be having some problems with this. It's one of those tracks where if you get off just a little bit, you can get sucked back pretty quick.
Just while I get a chance to race here early on, I got a chance to see how the driver's going to play out. This turn that they're going through right here, this is not the most easiest of turns. I mean, I think it's pretty difficult just getting through this and trying to to keep the car straight. You can end up getting pretty loose, especially if you clip the apron.
It's especially if you do. You're correct on that one, and it's really the entry to that turn that is the challenging part to it. You want to back it up, but if you back it up too much, you almost come in too hard, and that's when you get down close to the apron. So you got to carry enough speed into the turn so you can set yourself and you don't get too loose. But at the same time, you want to back up the turn so you get a really good drive off through this dog leg here.
I agree. And I think that might be one of our key words for today is entries, because these drivers are going to want to have a good entry, and I believe the 88 didn't make a good entry right there, because you see the 48 of UB Buff Shonka getting very close right now up to our leader, but yet here comes the Radio God. He is right up to his back bumper right there.
Yeah, it looks like Ubi's starting to push the pace a little bit. Those two thought they were going to be able to ride around. He's like, nope, let's race.
Oh, the 48 loose. He is loose.
Oh, into Devin.
Ooh. The 48
See if we get a
loose.
caution here.
I don't believe so, but correct me if I'm wrong, but yet I don't know what happened there. I don't believe we saw the 95 right in the back bumper, but yet the tough call right there for the 48 of Ubi Buff Shonka. He was running up in P2 whenever this accident happened. So tough break right there for the 48 machine. Makes things very interesting now.
That does. We'll see. It doesn't. I don't think they're actually calling a manual caution. It looks like he's just going to have to ride this one out. He's got a little bit of front end damage. He knows the wall there, but we'll see if he can't just finish out this stage strong. It'd be worth getting that damage done, fixed. And
now, whenever this accident hit,
I believe you're right. I think the 48 has been working on heating those tires up.
I did see somebody. Overbeak, he was up in the air right up to the front stretch, and that
looks like him and the 18.
And the 18. That is going to bring out a caution, and either that could be the end of the stage, or it could be. Man, what a tough time right there to call a caution, but that is a break for the 48.
That was. That's a huge break. He's actually doing some chatter right now talking about his tires, that nobody touched him. It was a clean wreck. But he does have some front end damage that he's going to have to get done. As long as the 18 too, it looks like the 18 connected with the 21.
All I know is that as soon as the leaders go by, I did see a car, singing "I Believe I Can Fly" and getting up into the air, and that was the 21 of Overbeak. But yet, regardless of that, we're getting ready to go up on a restart after the second caution of the day. As we get ready to go green flag, it looks like our leader now is the Heredia God, and yet green flag is back in the air at Phoenix.
Looks like the Surge Sad Sack and the number 2 there is starting in third row. Got a good start, pushing his teammate.
95's definitely got a good start right there up in front of the leader. You see Devin Baseball trying to get up along with our leaders right now. I believe I did see the 43 hit the wall for a little bit, but yet right now the 43 is battling out with the 12. You see Surge Sad Sack trying to follow along with the 43, and yet that could give him a big push, and it should try to help him out. You see the 88 of Always Joker trying to make it the inside of the 95 of the Heredia God, and I believe the Heredia God might have the high line. Could he pull it off?
Ooh.
They're side by side.
Close against the wall. Devin hit the wall in the back.
Very close. But yet, right now, the Ready God is trying to hold his lead over Always Joker. But yet, and I believe Joker can be able to pass him through this turn right now. They're still with side by side, and yet
Ooh.
new leader looks like Always Joker. But yet, can the Hereditary God clear him? Still side by side. Wow, look at this action from our leaders right now.
Side by side.
Oh,
Looks like
so
Joker just barely cleared him. Oh! He's going
barely.
underneath him.
And yet, could the 43 try to push the 95 and be able to pass him? What a race this is, folks. And yet, 95 is trying to clip the back bumper of the 88.
Looks like the 43's getting up there and mixing it up with them.
I believe
He's
so.
been running a different line and
And you are correct. The 43 got underneath the 95, and yet you do see Captain Jack trying to be able to get himself a cup spot, but yet he is now battling out for the leaders. This could be a three wide battle. Oh, got a
oh,
little bit of lag right there, but yet the 95 is going to try to pass the 43. Ooh, this is going to be very, very interesting. This could be for the stage win, but I highly doubt it. I don't know yet. But yet the 95 is trying to pass the leader going on to the inside line. The 43, he's caught up to his left rear right now, and yet it is getting very, very close right now, folks. And yet we're just in stage one.
and look at Devin Baseball just sitting there stalking him, be like, "Come on, guys, take it 3 wide one more time."
He is waiting for the leaders to wreck so way he can get himself a stage win right now here, folks.
Yep. And Brody's right there behind him too. Brody's been strong all
There,
season. I bet he's gonna finish up. Ooh,
ooh, did the 43 hit the wall right there?
I think the 12 definitely did. The 43 might have as well. Talking about some tire wear right now, getting loose.
We mentioned it. Tire wear is very, very easy at this track, and yet these drivers don't want to save their tires. But yet, especially with our leaders, I mean, I'm surprised they're going this aggressive going into the turns as we've been seeing these last couple of laps.
Yeah, it looks like they're not even slowing down one bit. And usually you see a fall off after about 5 laps. I mean, it's a good 3/4 fall off after 5 laps, and then from there it just steadily gets worse. But these guys, they're still keeping a good pace up right
They
now.
still are, and it, definitely got to give a shout to the free agents. They're definitely stepping it up right now tonight. Over the cup drivers, I believe you see the
Ooh,
43 hit the wall right there. That's going to
did
trail
just
him back, and yet I believe that might be the 42 of B. Brody trying to pass him just to be able to get to P3 right now. Always
see if he
Joker's.
can't get a run off the high side.
That's what the Ready Guy's been trying to do, is trying to work on that high side, and it looks like he's been very, very good, but I don't know if the leader went up and clipped him just a little bit, but yeah, he's still saving his line right now.
It looks like, I think got his nose on Joker there.
I believe so too. The 95 is trying to use his bumper to see if he can get past Always Joker right now. Oh, they're side by side. They're side by side for the lead. It looks like the 95, could he be able to hold that off going into turn 1 and 2? And he
Oh,
does.
good job. Almost
What
like
a
a slide
move.
job there.
Slide job. Yeah, here comes Always Joker yet trying to be able to bounce back up, but it seems like the Ready God is in the
Goodbye.
lead. What a nice move from the 95 right there, folks.
That just showed a lot of driver talent and speed.
This is what you're going to see in our free agents. A lot of talent, a lot of speed. I believe you see Search That Sack hit the wall right there up at the start-finish line. And yet you
Looks
see,
like he kept it out of everybody else,
yeah,
though.
very smart, very good job from Search That Sack. But yet our leaders going side by side. But yet you see Always Joker right behind. There's 95 of the Ready God. And yet the Ready God has been doing good this race. He's been leading this last couple of laps. Could he pull it off and get himself a stage win?
Who
Always
was
Joker.
this in the white
Oh,
and red? Oh,
that is a
looks like
caution.
we.
Looks like we just finished stage 1. That does look like we just finished stage 1 right there, folks. So yet our stage 1 winner, the Heredity God, I believe right behind him is Always Joker. Something happened to Jason Cole. I don't know if he lagged out, but yet Jason Cole is out of the race, I'm assuming. But right now, very, very awesome race. And
Looks like 3 of the top 5 are free agents, if I'm not mistaken. I think
yeah,
Freedom Flyer there slid up into 5th place at the end.
man, what a race that was.
It is.
But yet, definitely, you definitely see the respect and Always Joker giving it to the Ready God. Definitely, definitely a lot of respect shown in this race right now. The 95, a rookie and a free agent. Very, very great move right there from 95 to be able to take the lead away and be able to give himself that stage win as we get ready to go green flag. I believe.
Sir Sadstack with some strategy here. I believe he had just pitted because he had smacked the wall and got a little damage.
I believe so too. Yes. Oh,
Oh no, he is falling way back.
look at the way that the field is spread right now, folks. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get to our leader, but yet it looks like it is always Joker right now. And yet I do see the 38.
Looks like
He's back out on the track, so yeah, I believe he must have pit whenever that caution came out.
that makes sense. He's been known to pull some stridey strategies every now and then.
And look at the rookies right behind him. Look at the 43 machine of Captain Jack right now. He's trying to be able to make it up there to P2, trying to pass the Ready God, but it seems like the Ready God is very, very comfortable with the high side. And yet, you mentioned it earlier, Fluffy. The high side can be your best friend, and yet that's what we're seeing right now.
And it's something that I never even realized until today. It was until Freedom Flyer opened my eyes and just made an amazing pass on Skeptic, and it just really held him off. And he ran him down with about 6 laps to go. He covered 2.5 seconds on Skeptic and passed him and beat him by a second in the race. And it was all by using that high line. And looks like Heredia used it and was able to clear it. And he's being followed by another free agent. Just y'all free agents are just coming into this league and gonna just stir everything up. We love it.
Keyword statement. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Is that they're making a statement to the owners and to every single person that is watching this race. They're doing a very, very good job. So yet, if you're a free agent, root for your free agent buddy because they are doing so good in this race. And definitely proud to have you guys joining us along with myself.
Same here. I mean, I joined the league just about 3/4 away, but now about a quarter way in, and it is an awesome league. But one thing we need is more drivers like y'all, some good, clean, hard racing, and all y'all free agents have been good.
Very, very passionate drivers. I'll get a chance to make my debut, my Truck Series debut this coming Wednesday, so hopefully you guys get a chance to check that out.
Oh, so me and you are gonna hit some quarter panels in trucks. That sounds fun.
Yes, sir, we will. Yes, sir, we will. But yeah, that's not about the trucks right now. It is all about the our leader right now, always Joker, taking advantage. He's trying to pull away from our leaders right now up in P2. You see the Heredia God. I believe you see the 43, the 42 back there. Now, you mentioned, though, you've had the 42 to make your pick, but yet he's finally getting up there. He passed the Heredia God, and yet B. Brody is up in P2. And
he's one of those that he'll lay back and save a lot and then come on strong towards the end of stage 2 and usually in the final stage, but he's been known to kind of throw stage 1 every now and then.
And not only that, but yet the one thing that he's been doing is he's always been very, very consistent. He's been very consistent at every race that you've seen him in. He's been running top 3, top 5s. I mean, he's got himself good wins in the playoffs, something that he definitely does need. But right now, he needs to be able to pass the 88 to be able to give himself a stage win. And the 88, I mentioned this before, dominant, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, we are, and right now it seems like it's the same 3 up front besides these 3 free agents right here in the middle. But we've got first and second being same characters as usual. But this is a good battle we're having back here in third place in between the Heredia and it looks like Captain.
Oh yeah, definitely want to keep an eye on that. You'll see, I believe the 32.
Oh no, that's Freedom.
That is Freedom Flyer. That is somebody that we haven't got a chance to mention, but yeah, good for him to get a chance to run up there in P3. Look at our rookies in front of Hendrick Driver and UBI Bubshanka. They're doing so good. Freedom Flyer, the Ready God, and Captain Jack. Look at this. This is definitely some awesome racing for my drivers right now. And we're gonna go through the field right now. You keep an eye on Mayhem tomorrow. You're gonna see, I believe that is Overbait trying to make a pass through him, and Devin Baseball is right in front of them. He's trying to escape away from the 2 drivers, and yet we're going to go through H route. He is right in the back, I believe, along with Jason Cole and Wait TV JoJo, and he got involved in I think the second to last caution, or maybe the last caution between him and 21. Correct me if I'm wrong. And right now, we're going back to our leaders right now real quick to see our leader, always Joker, up ahead. B. Brody, he's trying to get driving his way to catch up to our leader there, partner.
It looks like Brody, he's covered about 2 or 3 car links now that he's got on Joker, and He is running them down. It seems like they're running just two separate lines coming out of 3 there. And it's really who can get the better run off of 4. Through 1 and 2, they're about equal.
Now the question is, how long can these drivers last before the green flag stops?
Ooh, it's going to be a tough call on this one.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a tough call. If you're the driver, you had to think to yourself. You had, what should I do? I mean, would you go for a 2-tire stop, or would you want to go for a 4-tire stop?
And it's with it being Phoenix, you're going to give up time on the track by taking 4, but you might be able to gain that time back by being a little faster.
I agree.
We saw Freedom Flyer. He took 4 in the last stop of the Xfinity race, and he was able to pass Skeptic, who only took 2 tires.
And Freedom Flyer is still ahead of the Heredia God in P3 right now. Those two are having a good battle right there for P3. And UBI Bufshanka is sitting there at the 5th place position. It doesn't matter where you at in points. As long as you can have yourself a good run and be able to give yourself a good finish. I believe that's what the 48's chances are. He's looking to try to have himself a good finish. I believe the 88 knows he's not going to pitch yet. Eventually, we
I
will
believe the 2 is hitting the pit road right now.
Let me go ahead and check that out real quick. Yep, you are correct. Search Attack is going to the pits early to play some strategy out. Yeah, you can have the fresh tires, you can have some good fuel, but yet the question is, how good are you at saving? And that's the main key, especially through these green flag stops. I believe you see the leaders hitting the wall right there, the 42, the 32, and the 95 hit the wall right there. And I think expect more drivers to go into pit road, and I believe.
So it's getting really tight up here in the front. They're really starting to close this gap up that they'd strung out.
Yeah, and the leader hit the wall right there. Always shoulder hit the wall right there. And here comes.
He's falling back.
He is falling back.
See, we're going 3 wide.
They're 3 wide right now. You see the 42, 3 wide.
For the lead. 32's coming out front.
Look at the 32 right there.
Wow, look at that run he got.
Freedom Flyer is taking the lead. Our free agent Freedom Flyer is taking the lead right now. You see the 88. He's sorry for starting, but hitting his back bumper right now. I'm sorry. Tongue-tied right now because the racing is going off. Really awesome, guys. Really awesome stuff.
This racing for the lead is great. Good, clean racing, too.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I know I'm going.
Let's see, Freedom Fly can't get the run right here.
I know I'm going crazy over
Oh, he touched the wall.
Touched the wall, but yet the 88 hit his left rear quarter panel, and yet the 88 is trying to take the lead from Freedom Fly. Already could he try to follow him?
Oh, he ran him up. He ran him up high.
Wow, and here comes the Heredia God right now. Could he try to work his way up there?
Wow.
We've seen these.
Looks like a Joker by hitting the wall kind of rattled his brain loose, and he's like, "Let me get back on my horse and ride."
And yet the 95 is working his way up there. He is trying to catch that 88 shaft. What a race, and yet none of them didn't wreck. That is some good beating and banging racing right there from our top drive, top 5, top 6. Either way you want to call it right now, this is some great racing. And for those that are watching, we are live from Phoenix Racing right now for the Hennessy Performance Race Series. And definitely awesome racing right now. Your current leader right now, the 88 of Always Joker. In P2, the 95 of the Heredia God. And in P3, the 32 of Freedom Flyer. And in P4, I believe that is the 48 of Uwe Buff-Shanka. And to follow that up in top 5, it is the 42 of B. Brody.
Man, just those last 5 laps, Brody went from 1st to 5th. And I think everybody else shuffled around in there as well.
They definitely did. Man, you just love seeing some beating and banging racing. That's what we had, for our leaders right now. And you see the 95, he's trying to work his way up into the inside of the 88 to his left rear corner panel. Could he try to use the bottom line to work his way inside there? They're side by side for the lead.
Looks like the 32 wants to run the higher line, but he's getting a little bit of pressure from Ubi behind him and keeps peeking his nose underneath him, so it's forcing the 32 to run a little bit lower than he wants to. But he's getting right up on the bumper there.
Yeah, you see Freedom Flyer trying to use the 95 bumper to help him get himself a good push to see if he'll be able to clear our leader. But the 95 is right at the 88's bumper right now, and see if he can try to make a move onto the inside or to the outside. We see the 95 trying to go on the outside, and the outside has been very, very good to him.
Ubi's making the pass for 3rd here. He's like, it's time. I need to get up there and run, guys. Y'all are having fun. Let me stick my nose in there. Looks like 32 and 42 are hitting pit road.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, you are correct. The 42 B Brody's going in pit road. I believe you see the 21 of Overbeak and the 41 of Mayhem tomorrow. Oh no, the 32 of Freedom Flyer. Sorry. No, yeah, it is Mayhem tomorrow, Freedom Flyer, and the 42 of B Brody. And it looks like our leader is going to the pits this time, and the only following him is Uwe Buff Shanka. Yep, the 200 Chevys. I believe that might be the 21 or the 38. Yeah, it
Try
was.
to.
Yeah, 21 was going to the pits. So yet, I believe our leader could be the Heredity God. The Heredity God is in the lead right now. He's and yet he might be going to the pits the time he is. The 95 is going to the pits. So yet, we're seeing some green flag stops right now in the race. So
Looks
yet,
like everybody's taking 4 tires.
I believe so. Definitely don't want to go for two, especially with how wear and tear your tires could be at this track. And I believe the 38, Jason Cole, could go to the pits. No, he is staying out. Never mind. Yeah, he's staying out.
Yeah, and I believe already God's hitting pits now.
Yeah, he is, and I believe you see Always Joker and Uwe Buff Shanka there are leaving the pit road along with the 21, I believe, of Overbeak are leaving pit road. I'm assuming right now, since we don't know who's in what position, right now we're going to head keep an eye on the Always Joker. It could be a potential for the lead, but I don't know yet, folks. You see
We'll
the
see
18 hit the
if
wall right
pitting
there.
early if they couldn't get a little bit of time on these two.
You see the 18 clipping the wall right there, and you see the 42 working his way up to the front. See if he can be able to pass the 18, and he does. He clears him. When not only that, you also see the 32 of Freedom Flyer. My broadcast partner mentioned it earlier. He did win a race to be able to get himself into tonight's race. So yet, I believe we might see. I believe our leader correct me if I'm wrong, is the 88 of Always Joker and Ubi Buff Shanka, and the 95 of the Heredity God is in P3.
It does. It looks like everybody came in and out of the pits pretty clean.
Fairly clean right now. Definitely seeing some green flag
No
stops.
penalties. The top 5 are still stacked up like they were.
I believe so. I believe so.
Looks like Devin Baseball's just now hitting the pits. We'll see if that hasn't helped him. I bet he was waiting for a caution there. I believe he's the last one.
Potentially so. You
And
see the
he's in a
88.
must-win situation there.
That could give him a lap down. Something that he doesn't need. But yet, if it does bring out caution, he could be the lucky dog.
That's very, very true.
Right now, you're seeing the 48. He is pushing his machine, his 48 Chevy up there, trying to be able to get up to the 88 of Always Joker. And yet we've seen battles between these two in the past couple of weeks, how they can run clean, run consistent, and yet they've been doing very, very good these last couple of races. So yet you see the 48 trying to make a move on the 88 of Always Joker, and it seems like Joker is just holding his line. He's running this race right now.
I've been watching the Freedom Flyer back here battling it out with Brody. It seems like it's been letting Brody kind of lead the way. They're both running the high line and through 1 and 2, and then seeing who can get down to the bottom the fastest in 3 and 4. But they don't seem to be making up any time on the leaders.
The 48 is getting very, very close up to the 88, especially through the corners. I mean, the 48 does have the speed, but the question is, how can he capitalize with a move on the end? He's up there to his left rear, but I don't think he can be able to clear him or get side by side with the leader. He has a chance to be able to do it right here up on the backstretch, but yet, could he make a move right here up in turn 3 and 4?
Ooh, Joker cuts down in front of him.
He does indeed. And yet, this could be for a win up in stage 2. To give you guys so far what's been happening up in the race, we've had 3 cautions, 1 for a stage break, and I think 2 due to a couple of accidents up on the racetrack. And yet, so far we've seen a couple of lead changes. We've been seeing our rookies, Freedom Flyer, the Heredity God, and Captain Jack doing very, very good, working their way up into the top 5. As you see the Heredity God up in P3. And not only that, but you also been seeing the 88 and the 48 currently in P1 and 2. The 88 has been leading the most laps in this race.
And just till then, the 38 was actually in the lead under a strategy play there. He just came out of the pits. And the 88 just retook the lead, but we figured that they were going to be cycling back through by then.
We also seen the 2 the 2 of Sir Tat Sack. I mean, and I think the last restart we had, he was running up in I think P1, or if it was Jason Cole, then correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, but
He was, and I'm going to assume that was a more of a mistake on the hit the pit button than it was anything.
so to anyone that is watching this and they want to get into NASCAR heat racing, just a reminder, please hit the X button when you want to pit.
Yes, and look to the left and make sure you're pitting.
Oh, Jesus.
Quick tip for the race.
Okay, so we have been giving y'all advice in case y'all do want to play NASCAR E5. but besides that, we're having a lot of fun up in the booth. We're definitely having a lot of fun up on the racetrack, and we can get very, very clean racing right now on stage 2. We've seen some bumping and banging racing, especially at one point the leader of Always Joker and the 32 of Freedom Flyer. You know, they had some very, very good battles at the end. And yeah, right now you're definitely seeing the 48. He's trying to change his lineup. He's trying to make that outside line work.
Looks like you got a nose on him.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, I believe the 88 is going to clear the 48 going through his turn. The Rated God's getting closer there.
He's coming underneath him now.
Oh,
I believe the 88's tires are starting to fade here.
I believe so too. But the thing is though, didn't they pit at the same time? Yeah, we have a new leader right now, Uwe Shanka, and here's the wall.
Driving it in there way deep.
Way too hard, and he clips the wall, and yet here comes the Rated God trying to pass him. Could he be able to make a move?
Ooh, I thought we were going to go 3 wide again.
I thought so too. I expected the Ready God to see if he can be able to hit the 88 left of the quarter panel, work his way up there and try and make a pass, but that is not the case right now, folks.
No, this is great racing from Phoenix, where we usually see a big spread out of people. We're blanket over the top 5 now.
We've been seeing the field spread out, but yet we haven't seen the field spread out like this. But yet our leaders, the top 5, they've not spread out as much. They've been side by side, battling, action racing, been very, very good to say the least. Definitely enjoying the race right now. I mentioned this before earlier. Always Joker, he's going to find his way up there, be able to get some stage points, be able to get himself a win that he's been needing. But yet right now he's doing very, very good. So yet doesn't surprise me how good Joker's been right now.
Yeah, Joker's definitely won the regular season title, and he's up for the Driver of the Year award, and rightfully so, with the most wins and constantly putting on a dominant performance at every track.
Like so far, and I like the word that you mentioned, dominant, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now in the 88. The 88's always been dominant every race, and he's been doing so good. I mean, I don't think I've seen him ever since I joined Hennessy. I don't think I've seen him have not one bad race at all.
I agree. It just seems like, whenever we get up there and they take it 2 or 3 wide, he's not the one to make the mistake. You might let him bring you 2 or 3 wide, and it might let you catch up to his bumper, but it's for a reason, whether he's letting his tires cool down or if he's trying a different line, and it just didn't quite work, and he'll get back to the line that he wants to run and start pulling back the way he wants to. I wouldn't even be putting it past him right now that he's actually kind of keeping this top 5 stacked up and saving his tires and just seeing how long he can run.
And right now, you're seeing the Ready God. He's trying to be able to work his way up there and see if he can be able to pass him. The last time these two drivers got together, the 95 made a great move to be able to pass him, get himself a stage win. Definitely been a one to watch, keep an eye on, especially for next season, to say the least. The 95 of the Heredia God's been doing so good throughout the whole race, and I believe we do see the 42 going to the pitch this time. Be it.
Ooh, he's going to start the cycle all over again.
Yeah, and I believe we see the 21, either that or the 41, nope, it is the 21 of Overbeek, and I believe we see the 18 in the pits as well. Yeah, of H-Route. He's in the pits. I don't know what's going on there. Could be some strategy-wise, but yet, let's go ahead and get back to our leaders right now. So far, it's been very, very good racing. If you guys want to be able to see more action racing from the Hennessy Performance NASCAR Heat Series, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and make sure you guys like and give this race a comment. Tell us what's your favorite part of the race, and tell us who you're keeping an eye on, especially throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, and even though we only got one more week left here, it's going to be, we're coming down to the end. We've also got that free agency off-season coming up, which that's going to be pretty exciting. I know we're going to get in some league races there, just some league stuff, maybe even some crazy off-season stuff going to be going on around here too.
Oh man, being a free agent, it's definitely going to be a very, very fun one to say the least. Regardless of what series I'm starting at, the way I see it is, as long as I get a chance to run up there with amazing drivers like we have here, that's all that matters to me. I mean, regardless if you're in the truck, Xfinity, or in the Cup Series as we're seeing right now, you want to be able to have the best runs. You want to be able to prove something, and that's exactly what my mindset's going into the off season, to say the least.
Yeah, I completely hear it. And as we see, they're kind of getting a little bit of space here. It seems like we're seeing some strategy play now. They're just trying to hang on to their tires and whatnot. But
I was getting ready. I was going to say. I was getting ready to ask you. Do you do you believe that we're going to see two stops? Because I mean, we did see the 42. We did see the 21 making their pits in. But yet, do you see our leaders going back to the pits, or do you believe they're just trying to save it?
there's definitely going to be one more pit stop here. I think just for how long you have to run with those tires on there, that you're risking blowing a tire, and with how much time. It looks like the 88's coming to the pits this time.
Looks like it. And this is still stage
Oh,
two.
48
Oh,
came in a bit hot. I wonder if he black flagged.
I don't know. That is a very good question. They're side by side going into pit road, but yeah, right now our main focus is our leader of the Ready God, and he lapped the 18 of A Trout, something that he doesn't need very well. Right now he is below the cutoff line, I believe by maybe by 9 point by he is above the cutoff line by 8 points. Correct. Sorry about that, y'all. It is Overbeek who is definitely needing a good race, and Overbeek's been doing very, very good. But yet, if the 12 of Devon Baseball runs above the 18, yet that could be make Devon Baseball above the cutoff line. But we'll take a look see how once we get to the next race right now. But yeah, did you see our leaders of the
Oh,
40, the 48, and the
does look
88?
like the 48 might have gotten a black flag.
Ooh, a tough break right there for Ubi Shanka. That is something he does not need right now.
And the
Man,
88 definitely just took two tires and a splash of gas. We'll see how that works out for him. I bet the 42, it looks like, is still behind him. So he's
yeah,
coming out in front of the 42 at least.
man, you just hate that for the 48 of Ubi Shanka. It's very rare to see him making mistakes like that, and you just hate that for the 48. I mean, he's running up to the top 5, then run up to the top 10, and he was running up there with the top 3. But the problem is now, the black flag costed him. Yeah, that's not going to look good for out. He could be. Never mind. He is back out on the racetrack, passing the 18. I was going to say he could be a lap down, but never mind. Right now, you see the 88 of Always Joker, and I believe our leader is the Heredity God. I believe he hasn't gotten to the pits yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. And no, he just came out of the pits. He just came out of the pits from what it looks like.
And it looks like he had a shifting problem, and he actually went into neutral instead of second gear.
Could be potentially saving right now.
Well, it sounds like it was an accident, given by the language. Looks like we have the 38 of Jason Cole. Looks like I think he's in second place,
Ooh, okay.
pushing the 88 there. Looks like some strategy play from him earlier on in the race.
Definitely some strategy playing out right now. He's running up with our. Oh, we see a slow car up into the backstretch. I thought I did see a slow car up into the backstretch, but
Oh,
I'm
caution would sure make things interesting right now.
oh, definitely a caution. Right now we can't tell who's in what position because fortunately we don't have a lap counter. We don't have a tally to see who can be able to tell us what position is what. But right now, thankfully, we have my partner Fluffy in the chat to give us all the updates, see what's going on right now.
And from my best guess is that the 38 has been playing a pit strategy. He's on old tires right now, but he's managing to stay in second place. And Joker's still in the lead, and the Heredia guy with that missed shift is the reason why he's in third place right now, or else he would be probably up there with Joker. But that wasn't as bad as a mistake as Ubi made with that black flag. That
Yeah,
really put him way back there.
that definitely did. I believe he potentially might be up in the top 5 maybe because we've seen Obi having a fast car and he has been having a fast car, but we'll see it goes to say the least for Obi. But once we get to closing the end of the stage, we're still on stage 2, correct?
I believe we are.
I was gonna
Or
say
are we?
I was gonna say because like we haven't had a caution and so long, and yet it's just been a very, very consistent race to say the least.
It has. And let's see if I can't pull up someone on the radio here and
Yeah,
maybe interrupt their race here for a minute, and we'll try to get a little bit more info on that.
yeah, just give us. Appreciate you there, Fluffy. See if we can be able to get any updates as far as the race right now. But we're gonna keep it on Always Joker, and he's potentially up in the lead. You see the Ready God working his way up to Jason Cole, possibly fourth position. And right now, and we're gonna go through the field real quick and see what we can do from there. And you see Ubi Buff
Ooh,
Shanka. You do see the Heredity God.
he's running extremely hard. It seems like there's a little bit of chatter between him and the 38. Came up on him. Oh,
Oh,
looks like
the
we got a bad wreck
95.
coming here.
The
Looks like a caution.
95. That is our. I think that might be our fourth
The
caution.
end of stage.
The end of stage. Wow, I thought. Wow, that was very, very weird. To say
that
the
that was
least.
it. That threw me for a woozy there.
Definitely, definitely threw me off guard once I saw the 95 spinning out. I was like, oh my god. But we're gonna go ahead and we'll get our stage results real quick, and we will bring them to you. But I believe, Always Joker did get himself a stage win right now, but I could be wrong. But yet, our caution is out for I think the fourth time today. Great Fluffy. Yeah, yeah, fourth time today.
Sounds like the 12 blew a tire with 2 laps to go, so the stage ended a little bit early.
Alright, as I mentioned, yep, I was correct. Always Joker, the Ready God, and Jason Cole are both running up our top three right now. And yeah, if we get ready to go for another restart, green flag is back up in the air right here at Phoenix for our third and final stage of the race.
Looks
And
like
we,
Ubi was starting back in 7th.
as Ubi does need to work his way up to the front after that black flag he made for speeding going into pit road. Uh, 95 seems here comes B Brody. He's trying to work his way up above the 95, going to the outside line and to see what he can do.
Some shuffling going around in the back. They're banging their quarter panels. Looks like the 43 got shuffled out to the high side.
Definitely so. Right now, been a very, very crazy race to say the least. 88 so far is doing very, very good. But right now we're seeing the 42 of B Brody. He passed the Heredity God for position up for P2. B Brody, he hasn't had his best race today, but yet he's run up there to the top five and very, very good. You see Freedom Flower, he's trying to battle it out for P3. I believe that is along with Jason Cole. No, yeah, I was right. It is Freedom Flower and the Heredity God and Jason Cole. That is your top five.
And it looks like Brody, he's done playing strategy. It's time to go fast now. And, you know, the final stage strategy is just to run your tires till they wear out and pit. There's no secret to it. There's no magic recipe. It's just run as fast and hard as you can. And so this will be an interesting one.
This should be a very, very interesting one to say the least right now. Always Joker is trying to be able to hold that lead, hold that line before we do potentially get some green flag stops. And right now we're seeing the 42. He's getting very, very close to the 88's bumper. He is trying to work his way up there. And Freedom Flower, he's trying to be able to see, ooh, come on, leaders, see, keep on hitting each other. Let me get up there. And yet the Big Brody is going trying to go to the outside of Always Joker, but yet that is not the case to say the least. Man, what a race this has been so far, and yet you see Always Joker holding that lead over the 42, and yet you see Freedom Flower, he's working his way up right now. He is saying, let me join the party, and definitely great race for Freedom Flower. Definitely been a very, very good race. Sorry about the folks, I have looked at something, trying to make sure I keep an eye on the race right now. The 32 is doing very, very good right now. You see the 88, and so far it's been a very, very great race. Been a very, very great one overall, to say the least. especially for the 42 machine, trying to be able to pass all leader. But yet, always Joker. It seems like he has that right line. It seems like he's found some good position, good way to get a chance to get away from our leaders right now.
It looks like the 42 and 32 are switching their lines, and the 32 is running the high line. He's coming in high into 1, comes down low into 2. The 42 is coming in high into 3, coming down low into 4. And it just seems to both be working. It just shows that there's two different ways you can run this track and run down the leader.
Oh yeah, definitely so. He's definitely running down the leader. He's definitely running up
Oh,
there.
take it 3 wide.
3 wide for the lead up there. You see Freedom Flyer running up to the bottom. B. Brody running up to the top. You see the 88 of Always Joker up in the middle. And yet,
oh, they're banging.
Could that be some payback for what happened in stage 2?
That could be. But Brody's got the short end on that one.
Yeah, tough break for B. Brody right there. Not a good race for B. Brody with that move. Being up in 3 wide, I was very amazed, but yet tough call right there for B. Brody. Tough call.
But once again, Joker's out in front on the 3 wide situation. I mean, the guy's just a wheel man. You get in there, it doesn't matter. He'll hold the wheel straight and run faster than you.
Now, I did mention that this is going to be a very serious race for all our drivers, regardless of you being a playoff driver or not. But yeah, we've seen some beating and banging action going on right now between the 32 and the 88, and we see that in stage 2, and we're seeing it right now on this stage with that 3 wide move.
Yeah, and I mean, 32 needs to make his statement. I believe this is his first and only race that he'll be doing in free agency, and for him to be able to win that Xfinity race and get this Cup spot, he's making a name for himself. I mean, I believe he's going to be in the Cup seat as well. Radio looks like I've seen you before. I want that free agent spot.
Oh man, like I said before, and I'll say this again, if you're just joining the race right now, you have Fluffy Sacks and Dirty Nerdy up in the booth right now, bringing to you guys some great racing from the Hennessy Performance NASCAR Heat Series. And you see the 32, a free agent, winning an Xfinity race to work his way up into tonight's race, and he's going side by side with our leader up in the playoffs, and that is Always Joker.
See if he's going to run this high line through 1 and 2. Yeah, he's going to get a run off. Oh, nope, he stayed low there.
He's trying
Looks
to go
low.
He could go side by side. He could be clipping his left rear quarter panel, but yet...
He's poking his nose in there.
Could he hit him? No.
Oh, looks like he backed out. What a good racer there. That was a good call.
Great job from my drivers holding in. I figured that we see those two hitting each other. It's definitely as hard as they go into the corner.
Yeah, and that's a hard call. Oh, looks like Joker drove himself up high there, touched the wall.
And that is going to bounce him out, bounce him right back up into P2. Here comes the Ready God. The Ready God is working his way up, trying to go side by side with the 88 for P2. New leader in the 32 of Freedom Flyer.
Oh, it sounds like that there was lag from Mayhem that might have sent Joker into the wall.
Mayhem tomorrow?
Something that we didn't even see on our screen, but it sounds like Mayhem, who was a full second ahead of Joker, might have lagged back a little bit, and that's what put Joker in the wall and lost him the lead.
Wow. I was gonna say, once when they get a chance to look back into this race, we never got a chance to see the 41 of Mayhem tomorrow up into the top 5 at all, and I'm confused on the lag. I mean, we didn't see no lag on our screen. Did you?
No, I didn't see anything at all, but I'm hearing it over the radio now, and Mayhem came over and apologized to Joker, and Joker was explaining that, it was some sort of lag little switch that he was there, and then he wasn't there. He played the whole peekaboo thing to him, and it seems to happen, whenever you get those hot spot type internets. Yeah, and it's definitely worth going to a router and plugging straight into it for this kind of action.
And if you're trying to race up in the lead like this, definitely if you're close to McDonald's, do not use McDonald's Wi-Fi, folks. No offense to McDonald's, just saying.
Nope. Nope. And your cell phone does not cut it.
We do see a lap car. We do see some lap traffic. I believe that is the 10 of Wake TV JoJo, and it is.
Ooh, JoJo having a slow race here.
That is the second time that he's got the leaders right behind him, because I think about stage 1 and stage 2, he was right in front of the leaders, and yet he let them on by, and I believe that might be the same thing, especially in this case scenario, with our leader, Freedom Flyer, definitely up in the lead Freedom Flyer, he's our free agent. He won an Xfinity race. He's done such an amazing job being a part of this league, and yet he's showing it off. He's showing off his talent. So if you're an owner and you're rewatching this race, definitely keep an eye on the 32 of Freedom Flyer, because Freedom Flyer is doing an incredible job in this race, running top 5, running top 3, and right now he's showing it off by a good chance to lead some laps. So good for the 32 and good for the Heredia God. I've been saying this, and yet don't take away from our playoff drivers, but yet to see these young kids up into the league, and yet doing great racing in front of the Cup drivers as we've seen, they definitely deserve all the praise right now because they're doing so good. Am I not wrong?
Oh, you're definitely correct, and I think a few others that worth getting a little bit of a shout out here tonight are a couple other like Tex Pelt, who won the truck race a while back, and a couple others that have been running good in this series as well. Jay Harris, he was running pretty good. We saw some good work out of the Ghost. 0241, he had a great race. He made himself noted, but I definitely think that Freedom Flyer might be taking, the flag here is the free agent to watch out for, because mistake me if I'm not wrong, but the Heredia God was kind of coming in as saying is the top dog free agent, and he might be getting beat here.
I believe so too. Not only that, but yet but before we get to our leaders right now, we also do see the 41 of Mayhem Bamara. He's up there with his teammate on Break TV JoJo in front of the leaders. So
I believe.
I don't know what happened with the 41. I think after what you mentioned, especially with the leader having lag issues, he trailed back, and don't know what's going on with him. But yet, there's Jason Cole. I believe, did he pass him, or was he contact being made from the 32 up and up into the
Having a bit of trouble
there.
with this. Yeah, it looks like this lap traffic here is having some trouble. I bet Jason Cole has been staying out, running some sort of strategy. Looks like Brody might be on the same strategy as Jason Cole, but he's running ahead of him by about 4 or 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, that is.
He's about 10 seconds back.
And I believe the 32 is going to the pits this time. Yeah, 32.
Leader coming to the pit road.
And you'll see always Joker right behind him. So yeah, that could be the leader right now of the Heredia God. He is currently.
And 42's following him in.
Our top leaders these last couple of laps are definitely going to the pits this time. But right now, the Heredia God, he's got himself a honey bun, and he is enjoying this lead right now.
I'm hearing the 95 will be pitting this lap. I bet we see just about everybody coming to the pit road in the next 2-3 laps here. The only person I would guess is going to be staying out is someone like Jason Cole. He's known to play this strategy.
The Heredia God, Ubi Bubshanka, and the rest of our leaders are into the pits. I think Search Sack missed pit road, and it's a glitch right there. So yeah, Search Sack is very, very good.
Oh, that's good. That's another ex-playoff driver that was looking to have a better run deeper into playoffs, but got shuffled back in a couple of races and missed the cut there. But he's looking to have a bounce back year next year and finish off this year strong.
Oh, definitely so. And I believe we're going to get back to our leaders. You see the 42, I believe, 32 and the 88 and the 42 are definitely leaving the pits this time. While you see the 43, the 2, the 48, and the 95 are in the pits, and that could give Freedom Flyer a lead. Should be the leader again once we pass them, and yet I should be correct on this one. Freedom Flyer is back into the lead, gets a chance to dominate the race again, and yet more lap traffic is ahead. Ooh, this could be very, very. Oh, never mind. You see the 95.
95 got out in front of him there, where the 88 actually made up a lot of time too. I think the 32 was a little bit slow getting to pit road there, and the 95 and 88 got on there a little bit cleaner than he did.
You think 95 definitely should have just got a chance to take 4 tires, because there's no way he'd be able to get up front as fast as he did with the 32. So that should be a. We'll have to look into that, because I didn't expect him to be up in front like that. But
yeah, my guess is that the 95 took 4 tires. So we'll see if they're able to run down real quick here. That 32 and 88 are banging off each other, trying to decide who gets the lead here.
They definitely are. They definitely are.
88's trying to show him that, hey, move out of the way. I'm in the playoffs. You're not.
you see the 48 got up involved and he said, "Hey teammate, I want to get in the lead too." But the 32 he said, "I'm a free agent. I'm gonna make a mark right now," and he's definitely doing that. man, a very, very great race for 32, and been a very, very great race for the 48 and the 88. And give kudos to the 48. He had himself a penalty up in stage two with too fast entering, got himself a black flag, and he's working his way up there with our leaders right now.
He's doing an excellent job tonight. And then, you know, Brody, I expected him to be up there a little bit further. And a little unknown fact is me and Brody race in this beer league together. Little Sunday night league where we get fun and have fun. We race not so hard, but kind of hard.
Yeah, definitely so. And I hate to interrupt you. You see the 48 and the 88 contact being
It looks
made
like
from
we
the
get
48
together.
and the 88 got together. So that's going to be mixing them side by side. Here comes the 32 again, trying to make himself 3 wide, but yet he goes back behind the leaders right now. And yet the 48 is still holding up in front of the 32, and the 88 still running up there. The 48 trying to get on the inside, going side by side, right past the start-finish line, going up in turns 1 and 2, and yet could he clear him? Still side by side. The 32, could he make a move? You're watching the 32. Could he make it 3 wide? We've seen that earlier, and it cost him.
Oh, he dove down below. He could do it.
Oh, he could, but yet he's going to go side by side with the 48, and nothing is going on. The 32 is trying to be able to clear him, but yet the question is, though, is you're racing this aggressive, how much wear and tear are you going to put in your tires, especially with the last stage? You know, do you think it's okay to be able to go aggressive like you are right now?
I mean, you really don't have a choice at this point. It's run as hard as you can. You know, the wear's going to be there. You know, there's probably going to be one more pit stop, is my guess. So you might as well just run these tires as hard as you can and get as much time as you can on. You know, these 3 are pulling away from 4th place. They're definitely pulling away. And I believe it'd actually be 5th place. The 95 is still in the lead, correct?
I believe so.
I believe he's
wrong. We haven't seen 95 much after that pit stop, yet you see him right there passing our camera right here. And, too busy focusing on what's going on, but you see the 48 passing the 88. My apologies, guys.
This is a great race that we got back here for whatever place it might be. It's just... We definitely know it's in the top 5.
NASCAR, if you're watching this, please give us a lap counter and a points ticker to let us know who's in what position. That'd be really awesome.
It's super easy just now viewing. Just have the place they're in.
Imagine to get a chance to be a spotter up here. That'd be really, really cool. But yet, we ain't talking about that. But yet, we'll talk about that eventually. But right now, you see the 48 up in the lead. Right now, it could be a potential in the lead. But yet, we're not 100% sure. Over the 32 and the 88 of always Joker right now.
It looks like he was more. He was waiting on the 88 to run a little bit lower line. It looks like he was trying to run that higher line through 1 and 2. Now they're both diving down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Really trying to get our 1 and 2, trying to get a run off of there.
They definitely are right now. They're definitely getting very aggressive right now. The 32, we rarely talked about this. We've seen the 95 made a move on the 88 in stage 1, and yet we're seeing right now the 32 make a move on the 88 and here in stage 3. We've seen people run that high side, but yet we've seen people pretty much run the bottom like you see in that 48 and the 88 right here. How long can you be able to run the high side until you realize that you need to get down to the bottom to be able to gain some ground?
You know, really, it's in the beginning of the run that you want to run the low side. It's in that high side where it comes into effect. Once you do get some tire wear and you get a little bit looser, you're able to keep your momentum up and kind of wind your car up a little bit better, keep it wound up, per se. And it looks like, though, that's not what they're going to be doing, though. It's a battle of who can dive down to the bottom through 3 and 4 and just exit the lowest. They're just trying to see who can hug that wall the best. And through 1 and 2, it looks like they're running about a car length above the yellow line, a little bit higher than they knew, and then they're diving down low coming out of the exit.
And it seems like it for sure. It seems like they're doing very, very good right now. Going to keep an eye on the 95 with the ready guy. He's been doing very, very solid throughout the whole race. He won stage 1, and he's been beating and banging with the leaders. He's been doing a very, very great job, to say the least. I think, if I can speak for myself and Fluffy, that all of our free agents have done a very, very great job tonight here, folks.
Definitely impressed with him. Even Captain Jack, he's been, maintaining the top 7 or 8 now. It looks like he got tangled up with somebody and he was shuffled to the back to that least restart. But I think he just made a pass. If that's not was either him or
Did
Devin Baseball. I'll
that
switch back there, but it looks,
that he did make a pass. I think that is B Brody that he made a pass to. So yet
so he's back up in the top five here. So we've got all
I'm assuming
three free
so.
agents back in the top five.
Man, just think though, if all three top free agencies can do, be able to run the top five, just imagine how much you see potential in these drivers. See how much you want to have a driver in your team. You'll be like, you know what, I want that driver on my team. He's been doing very very solid. Yeah, I think he's worth the shot.
And definitely, and this track it really shows the wheel man. Like I was talking about, this is a driver's track. This is something that you really show off that you drive a fast car. If you're fast here, most likely you're going to be fast at a lot of other tracks.
I agree. So
Man, I can't wait with the Ready of God and then Free Fighters running like they are. Next year's playoffs are going to be interesting.
I think I can speak for everyone here that these drivers are the future of our league right now in Hennessy. These are the future, and the future's looking so great for Freedom Flyer, the Captain Jack, and the Radio God. And definitely, once again, I mean, I ain't trying to give the free agents more publicity, than our Cup drivers. But yeah, it's very, very special. It makes you, as for someone who's been in the league for as long as you have, Fluffy, be able to be very proud of what these drivers can do, especially with our rookies here.
Oh, very much so. And really, I'm proud of our admins. We got to give them credit for pulling in. I believe it was 56 free agents that they pulled in. An incredible number of people that they grabbed. And it's really been in the last 2-3 weeks. And, that takes the logistics, if you think, just to get those people to type out their names and enter them into the Discord. And we have seen the way that they've done it, letting them race in the playoffs with us.
Yeah,
There's not many leagues that would let them do that and let them show off. It looks like the 88's coming pit road.
I believe so. No, yeah, you mentioned it. How I got a chance to be in was through Always Joker. He messaged me on PlayStation, and I was in this league before, but till I got into a incident with someone that shall not be named. But I came back because I know how very valuable this league is. I came back because I know that we have the talent that these drivers have. So if anything, I definitely want to give a shout out to Always Joker for believing in me. We see Always Joker into the pits, but for believing in me and believing the talent I have, and for allowing me to get a chance to be up in the broadcast booth with a good buddy of mine now, and Fluffy Sacks. It's definitely been a very, very honor to be able to get a chance to call the playoffs. And it's been a very, very, very fun for me up here in the broadcast booth, and we're hoping that you guys get a chance to enjoy it too. So if you guys are an admin, owner, driver, if you guys want to be able to get a chance to message me and see how I've been doing up in the broadcast booth, or you want to get a chance to see my racing skills, just give me a message on Discord, Dirty Nerdy 520. But definitely love to get a chance to talk to you guys.
Yeah, there's going to be, I believe, one more. We have one owner spot that's still open as well, so that's even going to be something that maybe a free agent owner?
Potentially, but right now, I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of a owner. I think whoever owns a team, let them take care of the responsibilities, let them take care of what would happen. But you definitely gonna hit the back of your mind. What can you do as a team owner? What type of drivers do you want to have? Because it's a good thing about these races right here. Regardless of you being an owner or not, you want to check out the competition. You see the 48 going to the pits. You want to check out your competition. You want to be able to see how good you can be. To potentially be able to be a part of a team.
Exactly, and it's building a good team. I mean, you can be on a team, but if your teammates aren't able to keep up with you or they aren't as good, there's certain tracks like Michigan and Auto Club and super speedways.
18 in the pits this time. Sorry to interrupt you there, Fluffy.
Oh, you're okay. And it looks like the 88 got about a good 6 car length run on 32. Once again, I think it was just pit road. That's Joker for you. He's killer on those pit road entrances. He'll make up as much as he can on that right there.
Oh, without doubt. He's definitely been running very, very good in the race. He's been doing overall very solid tonight. Always Joker's been getting stuff in the battles with Freedom Flyer and the Ready God, and even his own teammate in the 48 of UBI above Shanka. And you see the 95 of the Ready God. He's currently in the pits this time. And we're going to go through our leaders, through some battles, go through the field real quick because all of our drivers do deserve a lot of love. And, if you like them, get a chance to root for them. You see the 43, if I'm Captain Jack, battling out. I believe that might be the 41, the 21 of either Overbeak or Mayhem Tomorrow. Let me see. That is the 21 of Overbeak.
It looks like the 95 just came out of pit road, and if I'm not mistaken,
Mayhem Tomorrow is
Ubi
currently
is
in the
behind
pits.
him.
Mayhem Tomorrow is currently in the pits right now. You see Devin Baseball trying to have a battle out with the 38 of Jason Cole. So far, it's been a good race for him. 18 is currently back up on track. We don't know who the leader is. My guess, my assuming is potentially be the 48 of Obi Bluff Shanka.
It's either that or I'm going to say it's the Heredia god. It looks like he's got it. Those two are running up front right now.
Either that or always Joker.
See, I'm trying to maybe a different camera change and I can see better on the track. And
oh yeah, definitely for sure. But yeah, we're getting very close to our laps, closing laps of the stage, and definitely seeing some great battling out, great action racing so far, folks. Make sure to tune in for Thursday night's race. We are going to be able to go racing from there, but yet hopefully I'll get a chance to broadcast it. Hopefully, keyword hopefully. But if not, Dirty Nerdy will be back up in the broadcast booth next week. So enjoy this race, enjoy everything you can. Just grab yourself a Mountain Dew, grab yourself some popcorn, and just enjoy the action right now. Because me and Fluffy Sacks, we've been having a lot of fun up here. I don't know about you, Fluffy, but it's been a great race to say the least.
This has been an excellent race, and even though they're a little bit more strung out right now, it just gives us kind of a chance to talk about who we got out there running right now. But up till now, this has been a close, good race, and but this more along the lines of what I was expecting this race to be about, more strung out, run your race, kind of get as clean a lines as you can, and this really where the drivers come into play and who can save just enough to pull that move at the end to where they can really get a run, or who knows, we might have a late race caution. That could just change everything.
That could, and hopefully that can help us determine who our current leader is. But right now, I'm going to keep an eye on the radio guide right now. So far, he's been having some good, strong runs. Been run up there to the top 3. You look at here at the 38, Jason Cole, he's still having to battle out with the 12 of Devin Baseball. Yet Devin Baseball, he's definitely needing some runs right now. He's definitely working his way up there to the front. Yet he's been, I think he's below the cutoff line. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yet he's been needing some points that he's been needing. Right now, he's currently battling out with the 21 and the 18 of 8 Trout to be able to get above the cutoff line, open the playoffs.
Yeah, and depending on if I'm not mistaken, Trout hasn't had that best of a race, and in Devin Baseball we saw finish, I think in the top 6 in both stages. So my guess is that Devin Baseball might take that position from Trout, and we might be looking at Trout and Overbeek as being below the cutoff line after this rate. I think Devin Baseball might have done just enough in this race to get above that cutoff line.
One thing I can tell you about Devin Baseball, and he's definitely been very, very consistent. He's trying to make sure he wouldn't get himself into any accidents. He doesn't make sure he doesn't do anything ridiculous. But so far, he's been doing very, very good, to say the least. Definitely want to send kudos to Devin Baseball. Major props to him. It's been a very, very good race for Devin Baseball. Hasn't gotten much accident, gotten much contact, to say the least. But very, very good race for him. Yes, we're looking at the 18 8 Trout.
It really is. And Joker and Ubi pretty much hog all the playoff points through the regular season, so it showed it with Devin Baseball only coming into the playoffs with 1 playoff point. But that one stage win, that 1 playoff point, might actually come into effect tonight, and that might give him that extra point to come out a squeeze above Trout. And that put a lot of confidence in him going into Las Vegas to know that he doesn't have to win, that he can point himself into the Final 4.
I truly agree on that right now. So far as keep an eye on this battle between the 32 of Freedom Flyer and the 88 of Always Joker. It seems like the 32 is getting clutching up to his back bumper right there. And definitely see the 32 trying to go to the high side. And it seems like they're going to go side by side right now. Could he be able to clear him? And it's getting very, very close. Getting very, very close. So far, the 32 is trying to work his way up to the inside of the 88, and they're going side by side. Definitely been very, very great racing from 32 to 88. Still side by side.
I believe we might be on our last laps. Yep, we are.
Oh, whoa,
95. Oh, looks like the
big,
32 might have clipped
big
the
wreck,
88.
big wreck right there. Could that bring out a caution?
I believe that was the end of the race.
That was the end of the race. If we're gonna get our results here soon, and give us one moment, folks. We'll let's go ahead and get the let's go ahead and get the final results real quick. Alrighty,
Waiting for it to load.
alright, we're waiting on the final results real quick, so that way we can give you guys the update here shortly. Everybody was so spread out.
I'm guessing that the Heredia guy took that one because I'm pretty sure I heard him come over there and call a good game there, and Joker's asking him, is he on a wheel?
If the radio was on our wheels, there'd be some. Oh wait, so okay, so we do have our winner. It is Wake TV Dojo.
Now
Congratulations.
he's known us to kind of do this in the chat though. So
Uh,
see, he's
uh,
also claiming that he got second place as well as
okay,
won the race.
Wake TV Dojo. But we definitely do need some results, to say the least. Let's see if we can get any real quick. Um, Wake TV Jojo, definitely a Joker in the chat right now.
I'm gonna see if I can't make this out by points. I know that I'm gonna still guess that the Heredia guy took this one tonight, and we're gonna see if we can't get some results from him. Let me see if I can't get on the horn with the big boss, see if he's still in the chat. Hey guys, y'all got a copy on me? What were the race results, if you don't mind? We need those for the... Did you take that one? So, the Heredia... If you don't mind throwing those in the chat for us real quick. It's just for the broadcast.
Yeah.
Heredia is going to throw the top 10 in the chat for us here in a second. I'm pretty sure he took the win there, didn't you?
I believe so. We do got a penalty though. The 41 of Mayhem tomorrow, giving him a 10 point penalty for wall banging. That is to the 41 of Mayhem tomorrow. Wow, some breaking news right now to you guys as far as the penalties right now. Once again,
That's no surprise that Mayhem got a penalty. He's been racking those up throughout the season.
So far, once again, before we get to the conclusion of the stream, we'll make sure. All right, so we do have our top 10 right now. The winner is the Heredia God, P2 UBI Buff Shanka, P3 Always Joker. Top 5 goes to B Brody. Number 6, that is I'm Captain Jack. Number P7 Overbeak. The P8, that is Jason Cole, and P9 of Devon Baseball, and to round out the top 10 with one lap down, third Sad Sack.
What a top 10 there. I mean, those free agents really, really showed up and stirred things up tonight. I mean, taking 1 4th and 6th, that's a great showing. Reddy guy really showed that he belongs in Cup, and he's going to be a definite contender for next year for the championship.
What I'm laughing about is that Wake TV Jojo just sent, see, my name is the Heredia God. So definitely got.
I've actually got the Heredia guy here on the line. You got anything about this win that you want to do? Any shout out here you got for me, Heredia? Yes, sir. Anything you want to say about how do you feel about this race and this win?
I can't hear him. I can't hear him on mine.
Saying it's a good race.
Okay.
It was fun.
Hey,
he's giving this one to his pit crew, but he said he doesn't know why. He got a little bit of faster pits than everybody else tonight. And he thinks that's the winning.
Hey, you tell him I said, Dirty Nerdy said, congratulations, bud.
Not tonight, but Dirty Nerdy says congratulations, Heredia. He says thank you, sir.
No
Sorry, I had to
problem.
pause
No problem.
it.
But overall, great night of action. Once again, definitely want to thank you to Fluffy Sacks for joining me in the booth. Very much needed, to say the least. Can't thank you enough. And great night to you, man. This has been a great night overall. And as we move forward to Vegas, what will be the main key going into Vegas with the way that tonight ended? I mean, we didn't see a playoff driver win the race, but we did see a free agent win the race. We did see Ubi Buff Chanka up in P2, and we did see the 88 of Always Joker up in P3. So yet, what type of strategy, what's going to go through their mindset throughout these next couple of days until we get to Thursday?
And I don't think Devon baseball's in a must-win situation anymore, but I think we still got two people that are in that must-win situation. Devon baseball definitely needs to finish high, but I think this next week you're going to see Ubi, Joker, possibly even Brody basically take the week off. They're comfortably going to be coasting into Chicagoland. They can just go into Las Vegas, have some fun, just run their race, focus more on Chicagoland. From what I heard, Brody might not even be able to make the race on Thursday or next week, but he's going to try to make it and get in there. Actually, yeah, on Thursday. My days are all mixed up. Which we've even got a race Wednesday night with our trucks, which got to do a shout out because I'm actually in the playoffs in our truck series, and I'm sitting at the cutoff line right now thanks to Nobe's little mistake of a wreck that he had with Boger.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm hopefully going to just stick it in there so I can coast through the playoffs to the next round. We finish up at Chicagoland next week as well. But with the Cup and Xfinity drivers going to Las Vegas, it's a little bit more straightforward track. It's going to be a fuel saving track and just a lot of speed, more cautions than Phoenix for sure.
Yeah, but once again, to conclude the broadcast, congrats to the Ready God on the win. Free agent, definitely awesome win for him. Congrats to our free agent drivers, definitely an awesome night for them with Captain Jack up in their top 10 and all of that, but Freedom Flyer up finishing P4. So until then, this is Dirty Nerdy alongside with Flaffy Stacks. We want to say have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you Thursday.